Good morning. I want to start this beautiful new day by taking a moment to acknowledge the gift of life. Each new day is a fresh start, a new chance to walk in the grace and love of God. No matter what happened yesterday, today is a new opportunity to align ourselves with God's will, to grow in faith and to walk with Him more closely. As we open our hearts today, let's remember that God has a purpose for every moment. Every breath we take, every step we make, is part of His divine plan. He is guiding us even when we don't see it. Today is not by chance, it's a gift. It's a day He has set aside for us to experience His love in deeper ways. Before we go any further, let's take a deep breath. As we breathe in, let's receive God's peace, and as we breathe out, let go of any stress, worry, or heaviness we may be carrying. The Lord is with us today, and He will lead us in His perfect way. Let's remember that no matter what this day holds, we are not alone. We walk in His presence, and His love will never fail us. He is with us in the small moments and the big ones. As we commit our day to Him, let's remind ourselves of His goodness and trust in His plans for us. Today is full of possibilities. Together, let's start by giving thanks to God for this day and His faithfulness, knowing that His plan for us is already unfolding. One of the most powerful steps we can take today is to surrender our own will to God. Surrendering is not always easy, but it is one of the most freeing things we can do. It's about saying, "Lord, I trust You with my life. I give You my dreams, my plans, and even my struggles." It's letting go of control and allowing God to take the lead. We often try to control things ourselves, thinking we know what's best. But when we surrender, we open ourselves to something far better, God's perfect plan. The peace that comes with surrendering is unexplainable. When we give God full control, we invite His wisdom and guidance into every area of our lives. We don't have to worry about every detail because we know that God is working everything together for our good. Right. Now let's pray. Lord, I surrender my life to You today. I give You my thoughts, my plans, my hopes, and even my worries. I trust that You know what is best for me. I release my need to control, and I open my heart to Your guidance. Lead me, Lord, and help me to follow Your path with faith and obedience. When we surrender, we stop fighting against what God has planned for us. Instead, we allow Him to take us to places of peace, joy, and fulfillment. It doesn't mean that everything will be easy, but it does mean that we will never have to face anything alone. God's presence is with us, guiding us through every step. Surrendering is also about trusting God's timing. Sometimes we want things to happen right away, but God's timing is perfect. He knows exactly when to open doors and when to close them. When we surrender, we trust that He will lead us at the right time. Today, let's commit to trusting Him with the timing of our lives and knowing that He is never late. As we move forward into this day, it's important to ask God for the strength to stay committed to Him, especially when challenges arise. Staying committed to God means trusting Him no matter what comes our way. It's easy to trust when everything is going well, but it takes true faith to remain committed when things feel uncertain or difficult. Sometimes life doesn't go as we plan. We face unexpected obstacles, and we may start to doubt whether we're on the right path. But staying committed to God means holding on to His promises even when things are tough. It's a commitment to trust Him in the highs and lows of life, knowing that He is faithful and His plan is always for our good. Today, let's pray for the strength to stay committed. Lord, help me stay committed to You no matter what. When things get hard, help me remember that You are with me. Give me the strength to keep my eyes fixed on You even when I don't understand what's happening. Fill my heart with Your peace and help me trust in Your plan for my life. No matter the circumstances, I choose to follow You with all my heart. The commitment to God is not about being perfect or having all the answers. It's about continuously choosing to trust Him. We don't have to have everything figured out. We just need to take the next step in faith. And when we stumble, God is there to lift us up and help us move forward again. Staying committed to God also means not giving up on the dreams He has placed in our hearts. There will be times when it feels like those dreams are far off, or even impossible, but God is faithful to fulfill His promises. We can stay committed to His plan because He is the one who holds our future. When we remain faithful to Him, He will lead us to the place where our dreams become a reality. As we continue through this day, let's keep our hearts open to God's leading. Let's commit to trusting Him with everything, even when it's hard. He is our strength, our guide, and our hope. When we stay committed to Him, He will always be faithful to us. As we continue this prayer, one of the most important things we can do is trust in God's plan for our lives. Trust is the foundation of every relationship, and our relationship with God is no different. He has a plan for us, and His plan is always good. Even when we don't understand it, we can trust that God knows exactly what He's doing and that He is leading us to where we need to be. Sometimes we want to know everything right now. We want to see the whole picture, but God doesn't always give us the details right away. He asks us to trust Him step by step. He knows the big picture, and He will reveal the next step when the time is right. Trusting in God's plan means letting go of the need for control and learning to rest in His timing and wisdom. Today, let's pray for trust in His plan. Lord, I trust You with my life. Even when things are uncertain, I choose to trust that You are working everything out for my good. I don't need to see the whole picture right now. I trust that You will show me what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. Help me rest in Your plan, knowing that You are always with me and that Your plan is good. When we trust in God's plan, we can have peace in the unknown. It's so easy to worry about the future, to think about all the what-ifs. But trusting in God helps us let go of those fears. He is in control, and He is more than capable of taking care of us. The more we trust Him, the more we can rest in His peace. God's plan is not just about the destination, but about the journey. Along the way, He is shaping us, teaching us, and helping us grow into the person He created us to be. As we trust Him, we become more confident in His love for us and in His ability to guide us. Let's remind ourselves today that God's plan is perfect and He will never lead us astray. Doubt and fear are two of the biggest obstacles we face when it comes to fully trusting God. They creep into our minds, making us question whether God will truly provide for us or guide us in the right direction. But as believers, we are called to overcome doubt and fear. We are called to live by faith, not by what we see or feel. Fear often comes from focusing on the unknown, but faith focuses on the One who holds the future. When we trust God, we don't have to fear what is ahead, because we know He is already there. He is with us in every moment, and His perfect love casts out all fear. The more we focus on God and His promises, the less room there is for fear to take hold. Today, let's pray for the strength to let go of doubt and fear. Lord, I give You my doubts and fears. I release them into Your hands and choose to trust in Your promises. I know that You are with me and You will never leave me. Fill my heart with faith and courage and help me to focus on Your goodness rather than my fears. I choose to trust You, Lord, with all my heart. Letting go of fear and doubt doesn't mean we won't feel afraid sometimes, but it means we choose to face those fears with faith. When we place our trust in God, we can move forward confidently, knowing that He is our protector and provider. Fear loses its power when we recognize that God is greater than anything we face. Fear and doubt may still try to sneak in, but we can stand firm in our faith. God has promised to never leave us, and He is faithful to fulfill every promise He has made. As we walk in faith, we'll see how God turns our fears into testimonies of His power and love. Another important prayer for today is asking for God's wisdom and understanding. Life can be complicated, and sometimes we face decisions that seem difficult or unclear. But God promises that when we ask for wisdom, He will give it to us generously. His wisdom is far greater than anything we could come up with on our own, and it will lead us to make choices that are in line with His will. As we seek God's wisdom, we invite His guidance into our decisions, whether big or small. We may not always get the answers we want, but when we trust God's wisdom, we can rest assured that His direction is always the best for us. He knows what's ahead, and He will lead us in paths of righteousness for His name's sake. Let's pray for God's wisdom today. Lord, I ask for Your wisdom in every area of my life. Guide my decisions, big and small, and help me make choices that honor you. I know that your wisdom is far greater than anything I could understand, and I trust that you will lead me in the right direction. Fill me with understanding, Lord, so that I can walk in your ways with confidence and peace. When we seek God's wisdom, we are choosing to acknowledge that He knows better than we do. Sometimes it's easy to rely on our own understanding, but God's wisdom surpasses anything we could come up with on our own. As we listen for His voice and seek His guidance, He will give us the understanding we need to navigate life's challenges. Wisdom doesn't always come instantly. It's a process of learning to hear God's voice and respond to His leading. But the more we trust in His wisdom, the more we will see how He directs our steps. Today, let's ask God to help us listen more closely to His voice and trust that He will provide the wisdom we need for every situation. Trusting in God's plan is one of the most powerful acts of faith we can engage in. It means stepping into the unknown with the full confidence that He has already prepared the way for us. God's plan is always better than our own, even when it doesn't make sense to us in the moment. His wisdom surpasses our understanding, and He can see the bigger picture that we cannot. When we trust in God's plan, we let go of our need for control and acknowledge that He knows what's best for us. We often try to control the outcomes of our lives, but real peace comes when we stop trying to make things happen on our own and let God lead us. His plan might not always align with what we expect, but it is always for our good and His glory. Let's pray together. Lord, today I choose to trust your plan for my life. I may not always understand the path you have set before me, but I trust that you know what's best. Help me to let go of my need to control and give me the courage to follow you even when the way is unclear. I believe that you have a perfect plan for me, and I trust that your timing is always right. There will be moments when the road seems uncertain or even difficult, but in those moments, God is still working. His plan for us includes blessings, challenges, growth, and purpose. We are never alone on this journey. As we trust in His plan, we allow His peace to fill us, knowing that He is orchestrating everything for our benefit. Trusting in God's plan is also about being patient. We live in a world that often demands instant results, but God's timing is perfect. There is no need to rush. When we trust that God's plan is unfolding in His perfect time, we can walk with peace and joy, knowing that everything is under His control. Today, let's commit to trusting His plan, no matter how long it takes for us to see the outcome. Doubt and fear are natural emotions that we all face at times, but they can also hold us back from experiencing the fullness of God's blessings. Doubt tells us that we are not good enough, that things won't work out, or that we're not worthy of God's love. Fear paralyzes us and keeps us from stepping forward in faith. However, God invites us to release these burdens and step into a life of confidence in His power and promises. The truth is, God has not given us a spirit of fear, but one of power, love, and a sound mind. 2 Timothy 1:7. Fear and doubt only rob us of the peace and joy that God desires for us. When we trust in Him, we can let go of these fears, knowing that He is in control of every situation. Let's pray. Lord, I release all doubt and fear today. Help me to trust in your goodness, even when fear tries to creep in. Fill me with your peace, knowing that you are with me in every situation. I choose to let go of any doubt or worry, and I place my confidence in your promises. I believe that you are bigger than any fear I face. By letting go of doubt, we open ourselves up to receive God's peace. It's only when we stop focusing on our limitations and start focusing on His greatness that we can experience true freedom. Fear will always try to hold us back, but as we focus on God's love and His ability to provide, we can let go of that fear and trust that He will lead us through any challenge. When we face fear with faith, we realize that God has already overcome everything that we fear. Whether it's fear of failure, fear of the unknown, or fear of rejection, God's love is greater. He has already promised to protect us, guide us, and provide for us. Today, let's choose to live free from fear and walk in the peace that comes. With trusting God, God's wisdom is a priceless gift, and we can find it whenever we seek it. Life can be full of difficult decisions, and there will always be times when we feel unsure of what direction to take. However, When we ask God for wisdom, He is faithful to provide it. His wisdom will guide us through every situation, and His understanding will help us see things clearly, even when we are facing confusion or uncertainty. Seeking God's wisdom is not just about asking for answers. It's about aligning ourselves with His will and allowing Him to guide us in all that we do. God's wisdom is not based on worldly knowledge or human reasoning. It comes from a place of perfect understanding and infinite knowledge, and when we tap into it, we can trust that we are making the best decisions for our lives. Let's pray. Lord, today I ask for your wisdom. Help me to see things from your perspective and make choices that align with your will. Give me clarity and understanding in every decision I face. I trust that you know what's best for me, and I ask for the strength to follow your guidance. Fill me with your peace as I trust in your perfect wisdom. As we seek God's wisdom, we also need to be patient and open to His answers. Sometimes the wisdom He gives us may not come immediately, or it may not look like we expect, but we can trust that He will provide the guidance we need at the right time. When we allow God's wisdom to lead us, we can move through life with confidence, knowing that His understanding will always bring us closer to His purpose for us. Today, let's choose to trust that God's wisdom is available to us at all times. As we walk in His understanding, we can face challenges with calm assurance, knowing that He is guiding us every step of the way. Committing to God's will is about choosing to follow Him wholeheartedly, even when it's not easy. It's about saying, Lord, I will follow you no matter where you lead me. It's a decision to trust that His plan for us is better than anything we could create for ourselves. Committing to God means surrendering our own desires and fully embracing His purpose for our lives. Sometimes we may not fully understand God's plan, and it can be tempting to go our own way. But when we commit to God's will, we align ourselves with His purpose. His plan is always good, and He will never lead us astray. Let's pray. Lord, I commit my life to you today. I choose to follow your will, even when it feels uncertain or difficult. I trust that your plan for me is good, and I am willing to surrender my own desires in order to fulfill your purpose. Help me to stay committed to you no matter what comes my way, and give me the strength to follow your guidance. When we commit to God's will, we step into a life of purpose, peace, and fulfillment. It's not always easy, but the rewards of following Him are far greater than anything we could achieve on our own. Let's trust in His plan and continue to commit ourselves to His will every day. Every day we face new challenges, but we don't have to face them alone. God has promised to be our strength, and His power is available to us at all times. When we embrace God's strength, we are empowered to face whatever comes our way. His strength gives us the courage to step out in faith and the endurance to keep going when we feel weak. Let's pray. Lord, I embrace your strength today. Fill me with the power to face whatever comes my way, and give me the endurance to stay faithful to you. I trust that you will be my strength in every moment, and that with you, I can do all things. Help me to rely on your power, not my own, and fill me with your peace as I walk through this day. When we rely on God's strength, we can face any challenge with confidence. We don't have to carry the weight of the day on our own. God is with us, and His strength will carry us through. Today, let's commit to relying on His power and not our own, knowing that His strength will always be enough. As we walk through the day, it's important to pause and acknowledge God's constant presence and guidance. He is with us in every moment, guiding us, loving us, and providing for us. We may not always see it, but God is working behind the scenes, orchestrating everything for our good. Let's take a moment to thank Him. Lord, I thank you for your constant presence in my life. Thank you for guiding me every step of the way, and for your love that never fails. I am grateful for your provision, for the strength you give me, and for the peace that comes from knowing you are always with me. Help me to remember your presence throughout the day, and to trust in your guidance. As we acknowledge God's presence, we can walk with a sense of peace and assurance, knowing that He is always with us. No matter where we go, we are never alone. God is always by our side, and His love is a constant source of strength. As we move through this day, let's commit to walking in faith and trust, knowing that God is leading us. every step we take is guided by His hand, and every decision we make can be made with confidence in His will. When we walk in faith, we are not controlled by fear, doubt, or uncertainty. Instead, we are filled with peace, knowing that God's plan for us is good, and He will provide for all of our needs. Let's pray. Lord, I choose to walk in faith today. I trust that You are leading me every step of the way, and I believe that Your plan for me is good. Fill me with Your peace and confidence and help me to trust in Your timing. I will not be moved by fear or doubt, but I will walk forward in faith, knowing that You are always with me and that Your plans are always for my good. Today, let's walk boldly in the assurance that God is with us, guiding us and providing for us. We can trust that every step we take is part of His perfect plan, and He will never lead us astray.